attempts from beyond the arc.
What a day it was at McHale Center today. My, oh my. We've got, once again, for the second straight show, we've got a lot to unpack after a come-from-behind win by the Arizona Wildcats. The number 12 Cats beat rival UCLA 77-71 in front of 14,688. That seems to be the official number we're getting on most of these games now for the sellouts. 14,688 at McHale Center in a game that Arizona trailed by 19 points in the first half. They come back to win, going to the foul line 23 times in the second half of this game and making 22 of those. And leading the way, none other than Umar Ballo, who finished 7 of 8 from the charity stripe in this ball game. An unbelievable afternoon. We'll get to what the football team did. I've never seen anything like that ever, anywhere. And it was incredible. When that team walked out onto the floor and they showed that video announcing that T-Mac and Noah were staying, I thought the roof was going to come off of McHale Center.
You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
The 2024 Arizona football team has come onto the court here to be saluted by the fans. And there's some faces out there that these fans were very, very happy to see.
Tell them who was out there, Brian.
Well, I'll start with this. The head coach, Ben Brennan, Dwayne Aquina, who's coming back, had flirted with going to Texas. And the stars of 23 coming back for 24. Pretty special.
Goosebumps. That was special.
I agree, DK. It was an unbelievable moment. You know what I was thinking at the time? I was thinking, I hope none of those guys stepped in gum. Because Kelvin, this was the second timeout of the first half, and there was 80 guys maybe out in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was something to see for sure. And then the basketball team looked like that they were just not going to be up for that moment. And it's very interesting. I started thinking about, it was the greatest moment. And then I started playing it in my head, and I'm thinking to myself, was that really a good idea to send all those guys out there in the middle of this basketball game that you really want to win, and you haven't gotten off to a good start, and you've got all this energy in the building now, and you've kind of taken the spotlight away from this basketball team, and then they go out there after that moment, and just the next probably 8 minutes was just maybe the worst 8 minutes of the season.
And that's what I meant. Like, it was not, that's something you see at halftime. That's not something you generally see happen the second time out of a first half against your rival. So, but I mean, huge moment, unbelievable moment. I love the part where, they had basically a big group shot, and then Noah got isolated up on the cam, and he gave a little Wildcat salute. It was just beautiful.
Absolutely. All right, we want to hear from you if you were at McHale Center today and saw that moment and saw this game. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's start to pick apart this basketball game. I mean, UCLA shot the lights out in the first half. It did not look like they were going to miss any shots. Every single one they took, they shot 67% from three. And this is not a three-point shooting team. I mean, they shot 67% from three. They made 6 of 9, 58% overall, 14 of 24. And to make matters worse, the Wildcats could not make a basket. Everything was coming out. 11 of 29 in the first half. And they were down 19. And fellas, I was like, wow, this is how it's going to go down today. Losing and not being able to even stop a team that doesn't shoot like what we saw in that first half from UCLA, and you can't put anything in the basket.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I mean, a team come out, they're looking at the game plans of the other teams that have beaten you, and the team that have beaten you knock down some threes. You go back to the Stanford game, so they say that, you know what, let's go for that too. Every open shot that we get, let's take it. It's the first half, you're feeling good. those shots fall and your confidence goes up. Our team get a little tight because they're not making shots, and so again their confidence is going through the sky. But as a basketball player, you keep playing because you're like, I know these guys are not going to be able to shoot like this the whole game. They're not really playing a whole lot of guard, a whole lot of different guys. So right there, let's just keep wearing them down. Let's keep playing ball. We're a more mature team, and we'll pull this out. But hey, it got a little scary there being down 19, man.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I mean, how you going to get back? But hey, they just fought their way back.
Just to put it in perspective, that Bruins team averages 4.5 made threes per game. And off of those doubles to Bona in the first 10 minutes, they must have hit 5. Just off those double team kickouts to Stojanovic, right? So, I mean, they went 6 for 9 in the first half from 3. They make 4.5 on average per game on the season.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, DK. We switched up that coverage in the second half.
Yes.
We switched up. It was some defensive adjustments at halftime by Coach Lloyd because, again, man, they were doubling off that ball side. I talked to you about that before, man. You're turning your back on your guy. And that's the worst thing you can do to me because you can't see him when you turn around and relocate him. You don't know if he slid to the baseline or if he moved up. They just give him that little time to get the shot off. And if they're making him, oh, God. But if they're missing him, great defense. Great defense. The team that's not usually shooting threes. You think as a coach when you're game planning where they only make 4, maybe they'll make 6. You don't think 9 in the first half. So, hey, you got to switch up what you were doing. And that's why I say sometimes you got to look at it. That was definitely game planning because they switched it totally in the second half and they started doing what we call digging. And digging is when you open up and you see man and ball and you slide in and act like, and try to force the guy either to pick up the ball or to pass it back out. You don't turn your back where you can't find your guy.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's what you talked about that all season long, Calvin. That's an adjustment that they've needed to make in defending the 3-point line, and finally I wonder. I mean, I guess the question is like what, and I don't know that Tommy was asked specifically that question in the post game, but what do you think kind of triggered that decision? Is it the fact that okay, we've tried it this way all season and it's clearly not working, so we got to do something else here?
I think that's what it was. I mean, you're sitting there watching it. Some games you kind of let it keep playing because you figure, you know what, our team is a better team. We've been winning. But when you've lost a couple games, you're like, wait a minute now, we may need to make an adjustment. I mean, again, it's a strategy that you work on in practice and you think is going to work. But again, when teams start making shots, you have to adjust. And I think they did a great job of adjusting because I didn't see that at all in the second half. Did you, J-Dub?
No, well, I'll tell you what I thought. I thought that plan to double Adem Bona from the start was based off the percentages, right? Mm-hmm. So Stefanovic goes, 4 for 4 in the first half, but he came in shooting 20%, I think, from 3-point line. So I think the coaching staff were looking at the percentages, looking at the way Bruins were shooting, and hey, credit to those guys. That energy in McHale at the start, like those first 5-8 minutes of that game when those guys came out and were knocking down all those shots, they were feeding off that energy. The young guys, some foreign guys on that team, they don't know any better, Kelvin. Yeah. Like maybe first time they've been in that big game in McHale type of thing. They were playing out of their minds from the start. And so the switch up there was, hey, guess what? That game plan would have worked if the percentages went the way that the Bruins have been shooting all year long. It wasn't. Those guys were knocking shots down, had to change it up a bit. I just love the resolve because you're looking at a very young team. That's what, like the 10th, 12th youngest team in the country. Mm-hmm. And it showed towards the end, Arizona, all the vets down the stretch making huge plays. That missed dunk followed by that Caleb 3-point play. I mean, there was a couple of huge swing plays, but that one there was crazy.
The one that was bigger was Cronin getting a take.
Well, that too, yeah.
that, to me, that's the biggest swing. I'm like, after you just saw what happened with Hurley, but again, man, I tell people all the time, man, DK was talking about it at the pregame show. I said a lot of time when you see coaches doing it, they're acting. They're trying to keep their guys fighting. They're trying to stay in the game. They didn't want their guy to think that they didn't have their back. You don't want your guy to get frustrated. If it's going to be a tech, you want to take it because you can show the guys that like, look, I can control that and I can keep coaching and keep my head. But a lot of times, it goes against your team sometimes. They get a little chippy, kind of like what you've seen with Arizona State. But a lot of that is acting over there. Coach understands what he's projecting out there, and he has a young team, and he's trying to be the leader. He's trying to be the captain on the floor, but, you can't quite get out there.
Well, what made it worse was the fact that Arizona was already in the double bonus. So not only did you get the technical, but it came off the fouls, so it was 4 free throws there. For Pella, to which he made 3 of those 4. So that, I mean, again, it kind of doubled doubled the down
missed
on
one?
the.
I thought he made 4.
No, he made them all.
Did he make 4? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
did
he
make
didn't
them
miss
4.
tonight.
Okay.
He was 8 for 8.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. He was 8 for 8. So yeah, I mean, so
That was huge.
So the fact that, and again, it goes back to what Tommy Lloyd talked about after the game against USC. You know, they were in the double bonus. I think it was with 7 minutes left to go in the game.
Early.
Early.
Yeah, and then if we're gonna bring up free throws, man, what about our guy Balo?
Yeah, 7 of 8 from the line, and really just, I mean, and I think part of what also exacerbated that first half was it looked like it was going to be, he missed, I think, 3 of his first 4 shots right there around, and it looked like it was going to be another one of those nights. You can't make shots around the basket. In fact, it was after he missed that third shot to start 1 for 4. I usually shoot the game from the camera well, where the main cameras are at the top of the first level. Somebody yelled from above me, "Put in Crevis." You know,
They did too.
Yeah. I mean, the fans were starting to fall out of love with the big man.
Did you see the final tally though?
Yeah.
12 out of 18, fellas. 12 out of 18 on layups today. So
yeah.
No, the
70%.
The last 2 games of 50% around the rim. Those first few, that left-handed Balo made a nice move there. That one and left-handed just right over the top of the rim. I thought it was going to be a long night after that one, but they finished 12 for 18, so they turned that around. That's for sure.
And you said that lefty that he missed right there.
Yeah,
man. I just, you know, I love the big fella, but we need to go up to dunk these, man.
Right.
We need to go up to that. Should have been a 2-hand drop step, 2-hand body the guy with that right shoulder, go up and just try to tear the rim down. I mean, I understand you work on that stuff at practice. Trust me, they work on the left hand hook, the left hand, right hand layups and stuff like that. So you think you have it, but to me, it's just, oh, man, I want you to tear that rim down.
And we saw that a lot in the non-conference against some of the lesser opponents, but we have not maybe seen that type of aggressiveness in the Pac-12 play from Umar in that respect. All right, 520-848-1290. Let's get our first break in. We'll come back. We'll take your calls. We'll go back out to McHale Center. We'll hear from the players, Umar Bala and Pella Larson after the game, Tommy Lloyd as well. We're going to take you right up to about 7 o'clock NFL football tonight. First game is in progress. It looks like the Ravens are going to advance. They're up 31-10 on the Houston Texans, and then it's the Packers and the 49ers, and we'll have that game. We'll join that game in progress for you right around 7 o'clock. It's the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show, along with Kelvin Ifan, J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog Inn Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing in automotive repair or for your next set of tires, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. And this month, pay with your Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care card and get $66 back.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Hi, it's Floyd, the family man with the family plan. Outdated HVAC systems will drive up your electric bill, drain your wallet, and peace of mind. Save now at Goodfellas with no payments or interest till 2024. Get a 30% federal tax credit, up to $2,000 off qualifying heat pumps. Trust Goodfellas. We're locally owned with thousands of 5-star reviews. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Visit us at goodfellasac.com to schedule a no-cost estimate.
Caruso's, a Tucson tradition since 1938, located on historic 4th Avenue. For 4 generations, Caruso's handmade sauce has been prepared with love by a family member, using only the best ingredients. Enjoy specialty Italian dishes like lasagna al forno, chicken tetrazzini, real Italian sausages, spectacular pizza, as well as many vegetarian options. Caruso's offers outdoor dining on their garden patio, with indoor dining also available. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with all your favorites available for takeout. For more information, call 520-624-5765 or visit their website at carusositalian.com.
You know, there are times when you want a new truck, and there are times when you need a new truck. So if either of those times are right now, O'Reilly Chevrolet has the time for you. O'Reilly is kicking off Savings and Selection 100 to celebrate 100 years in business. We have over 100 trucks to choose from. See them all at O'Reilly.com. Call 747-8000 or test drive one today on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads during Savings and Selection 100 at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Experiencing the Sonoran Desert's natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rock & Kay. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by nature, built for you. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
What up, Tucson? This is Joseph Blair, former Wildcat and assistant coach of the Washington Wizards. When I came to play basketball at the U of A in the 90s, the Tucson community became and has always remained a special part of my life. And this is why I proudly joined the Meridian Wealth Management Tucson Advisory Business Council. If you have financial questions or concerns, please be sure and call my friends Natalie or Ruben Fernandez at 719-1433 or visit online at Meridian Wealth LLC. And as always, bear down, Tucson.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
The game of football is about pain. Ever since I was 5 years old, it's been all about football. It's been about running, jumping, blocking, tackling. I stopped playing at 31.
You're listening to Michael Robinson, retired pro fullback.
I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. I'm so glad those arch supports are in my shoes.
Go to the Good Feet store at 4811 East Grant Road or at goodfeet.com.
Cantina nachos, strawberry watermelon margaritas, a few zombie kills, and all your favorite sports teams live? When your day calls for some winning, it's time for Dave & Buster's, where you can eat, drink, play, and watch all the sports you want. They've got massive HD TVs, hundreds of the hottest new games, a chef-crafted menu, and an incredible list of beers, wines, and cocktails. So remember, if your day calls for a little victory, a little triumph, a little win, it's probably calling for Dave & Buster's.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Andrews will bring it up. KJ Lewis right back on the floor. And he will pick up Andrews. Feet ahead, stolen by Boswell. Arizona ball. Can the Cats take advantage? Boswell drives down the other way. Shoots 8-3. Scores at 3. Timeout UCLA. The first points of the night for Kylan Boswell could not come at a better time.
Kylan Boswell made one shot, and you just heard it. And it was a big one.
Man.
It was a big one.
He needed that, man. He needed
sure
that,
did.
and we needed that.
He sure
so
did, and they
it was
did.
right on time. And you know what else, DK? Him hitting that shot, it reminds you and him of what he's capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is who you are. But that fundamental step into it, go down, go straight up, no messing around with the ball, just fundamental defense packed in, disrespecting him a little bit, and he just raised up with pure form, follow through, fingers down, bottom of the net.
Keep it simple, Boswell, man. Back to the basics. You got it.
That's it.
3 points, 2 rebounds, only 2 rebounds, but one of those rebounds came in that stretch, man. And he must have, he showed his vertical. I think he jumped about
that board, yeah.
But what about that
10
steal?
feet to get it?
Yeah. Did you see that steal in the trap? Oh, and I got to give Coach Lloyd some credit. He also went to a trap. He also went to a trap to kind of speed him up a little bit, to speed up the pace a little bit. It was a 1-2-2 type of thing there. They got caught over the top one time. Barlow and Johnson was kind of creeping up to the half court. You got to always have one of those guys back, okay? But I thought he did a good job of just speeding those guys up, changing the tempo of the game. And, again, that's what you have to do as a coach sometime to get your guys going and speed up the game, as I said.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Let's take our first call of the evening. It's Josh. You're on the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show after Arizona comes back from 19 down to beat UCLA 77-71.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on. I was just going to touch on 2 of the things I thought were really important adjustments, and Calvin just talked about one of them, putting on that full court press and just picking up the tempo. We didn't necessarily get a lot of steals out of it, but they did get across half court and not have so much time just to deliberately run that offense. It sped them up, and I thought that was a huge key. And then the other one, towards the end of the game, we switched KJ Lewis onto their guard, number 12, I think, Mack, who was as comfortable as any guard I've seen in McHale Center. He was beating us every which way, inside, outside. And then we started face guarding him with Lewis, and I thought that finally disrupted that half-court offense and was a really huge key to the game there.
I saw that when KJ went on him, and they actually couldn't get the ball into him, so they had to call a timeout one of the times, and then the other times, other guys had to try to bring the ball down. I mean, that really helps your offense when you can take the ball out of their primary guy hands, because when the ball was in his hands, you know, good things happen, because he could get downhill on you in a quick hurry. And a couple times, I saw Pella let him go by a few times. I was but again, you got to get that kid. He a freshman. That's the way he plays. He gets downhill. He come
strong.
At you. Yeah, but he came at Pella a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And then I have 2 areas of concern I want to hear you guys' opinion on, and I'll hang up. But one is all of our losses, and it's been 4 teams now. I think Stanford, Purdue, UCLA tonight, Washington State, giving up. Having the shooting nights of their lives, we say, but they're really open threes, and what kind of adjustment we can make to that, because I think that's been really an area of concern. And then just Kylan's play at point, the assist numbers being way down, scoring way down, and just kind of hear what you guys' opinions are on that. Thank you.
Appreciate your call, Josh. I didn't think that, like you said, they were turning their backs in the first half, but I did think that a lot of those threes in the first half were contested. I would say not a lot.
They got there
some
late.
of them there, but yeah, they did get lost in quite a few.
You got to
give there were quite a few open looks.
Stefanovic credit when he did get the kick out. He went straight up with those shots, out of those doubles. The early threes, those early threes they were making. But Kelvin's already said it. Kelvin said it. That scheme doubling from 2 over, 2 men away, it's just a little bit too difficult to run back out there. I think, like I said, I just think they were playing the percentages. Not that they were going to let those guys get so much open spaces to take shots all night long, but they weren't as concerned about those guys beating them from the outside because they hadn't proven that's not what they do, right? It just so happened that tonight, and especially in that first half, 6 for 9, I mean, they certainly took advantage of any little daylight that they were getting.
And this was the first real game I thought at home that Kylan just, didn't have it from Shamise.
He turned the ball over like on the second possession.
Right.
Yeah.
And it kind of, again, I guess I'll go back to it kind of goes that way for him. If he hits that first shot quickly, he usually finds his groove. Tonight he turned it over, and it kind of snowballed on him from there.
And the problem, guys, is this right here. I mean, we look at these stats for a reason. 1 for 6 from the 3, 1 for 6 for field goals for the day.
Yeah,
one for 6. So it's all threes.
Didn't try to get anything in the mid-range.
All threes. So
right.
you're saying his assists are down. Your assists going to be down too if you don't never penetrate into the lane and draw the defense. And that's the reason why Bradley is getting more time, because he always is penetrating down in there, trying to see if he can draw people and either find somebody or even take that little pull up himself if they're not, helping off guys. But the reason those assists are down is simple. I mean, one, they're playing us for the assists. I mean, if you watch the way the defenses are playing, they refuse. I thought they was going to play zone. I thought they was going to play zone, but you know what they said? Hey, we can't let these guys get going. We know they can shoot. The dumbest thing that we could do is play off and give them zone and let these guys get hot in their own house. I thought that was a smart move by Mick. I did. I think because I was like, Arizona shoots very well at home. What is it, like 55% or something like that? So it was smart of him to stay man and force them to have to make a play. They were sagging off Larson early. Did you see that? Larson was the one who was basically who they said they were going to use his man to double on Ballo. So Larson got some shots, and he went up early too, and kind of at least gave us a few buckets to stay, kind of within reach. But again, it was just some game planning going on both sides of that ball, man, that made this a great game.
I think the biggest problem with Kylan, and he's got to do this work on this over the summer, not now, but over the summer, but he's got to get some kind of midi package, and he's got to get his pull-ups game going. He's got to get his floaters going, Kelvin, because he's hesitant to get past that first line of defense because he just doesn't know what he wants to do once he gets in there.
I agree with you, but I'm gonna say this, and I the one thing I always worry about, and I'm not in the locker room, I don't talk to him, but I do understand of wanting to be drafted and wanting to, be able to take care of your family forever and everything like that. And when you see so many threes taken, it make you believe that he's trying to prove he can shoot the three. And the NBA right now is what? 3 and layups at the rim. Layups up the rim isn't his thing.
Right. No, but that's what I mean. Like, when was the last time you saw him get around his defender and do anything, even kick down to ball or whatever, even if he draws a defender? That's not any. He hasn't been doing that whatsoever in these last 3 weeks.
No lobs, coming off the screen, because he was going to that snake so much, looking for his own shot.
Yeah.
Instead of coming off that screen, looking for somebody. Because when you come off the screen looking for people, DK, as the season goes along, guess who's going to be open? You. Because now they're going to deny those guys and force you to be the scorer, and now you're deeper in there and you're in a position where you can get a great shot. And so I just think that, everything that was going on, because that's the way I seen him a couple times on the sideline, and I try to read body language. I ain't no good at it, but I think I am, right? And I see his eyes staring into, space a little bit and everything like that, and I just see a guy that's just thinking. And at the end of the day, when he get back to hooping, I think he'll be all right. That's why when he got that steal on the press, he dribbled the ball up, that team collapsed, and he just went right in. That's how you play basketball. You just keep it simple.
All I'm saying is if you go back and look at the tape of Purdue, those guards came off those high ball screens, Kelvin, as a threat to score right there from 18, 20 feet. And I know that's the worst shot in basketball these days. It's all threes and at the rim. But Kylan would do himself wonders if he could be a threat from right there, because that's going to open up. They're going to have to, think twice about going over the top. He's shooting 55% from 3. That's where he's been a threat throughout the first 10, 12 games of the season. Now that number's fallen way off, if he's coming off those ball screens with some kind of threat from right there, Kelvin, then that makes the defense have to come up and challenge that 18-foot shot, and that's going to open up the passing lanes. And I think those assist numbers will come up. I haven't seen him do much of anything off of those high ball screens outside of take one dribble inside and kick it back out to the perimeter type of thing.
Yep.
All right, let's talk to Howie, our guy. He came down for the pregame show. Howie, what'd you think of that one?
I want to thank you guys. That's the first thing I want to do. You guys were great hosts, I appreciate it.
Oh, man, it was great meeting you in person, man.
Absolutely.
Great meeting you. Hey, you know what? I was watching that game, and I was thinking to myself, there's a reason Dana Altman puts on a zone press or a man-to-man press most of the time with the Ducks, because it kind of, like Kelvin was saying, it throws the guys that are setting up the offense, the opposition, off, and I think this was a perfect example of how good defense at the end actually ignited some scoring. I was sitting there in the first half wondering what the heck is going on. It was like Washington State all over. But then Tommy Lloyd put that press on, and things started to happen on the offensive end. You guys feel the same way?
Yeah, well, what happens a lot of time when you put the press on, guys, what you're really trying to do is you're just trying to force the ball out of the point guard's hand.
Yeah.
You're trying to get into other people's hands that are not used to, making decisions with the basketball. So the more you can get it out of his hands, the more opportunities you give yourself to be able to win this game. I mean, like the caller said, as KJ Williams was taking the ball, denying Mac. The more we kept the ball away from Mac, the more opportunities we had to win. So to me, that 1-2-2 was one of the bigger moves in the game because it did that. It did just that. It forced Mac to have to make the pass, advance the ball up the court. It gave them less time, again, to set up and make things happen.
You had to because that's Cronin. You know what Cronin does when he gets a 12-point lead, Kelvin?
Yeah,
Salt away. He's going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. You know, it's just that's what they're going to do. So they had to get those guys sped up. Doesn't matter if they're freshmen running that offense or not. We've seen Cronin teams get a 10-point lead and salt away that lead and not let another team get back into it. So speeding those young guards up had to be done, and they did a great job of it.
I can't remember the last time I watched a game where a team grabbed a rebound and basically just sat in the backcourt for about the full almost 10 seconds before you even brought it across the timeline.
Like I said, last time these two teams played McHale, it was 52-58.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I loved it that they came back. That was great. You know, that was terrific.
What'd you think of the football team coming out, Howie?
I thought that was great. I was just looking at Google, and a lot of the guys are coming back. They're not going to leave, which made my heart feel real good. What do you guys? I know this is off the topic, but what do you guys think about the new coach?
I like him. He's friendly. He's personable. Hopefully he can put a staff together around these kids that's going to get them to where they want to go. But all early indications is that this is a good guy for this program.
Yeah, and I already like some of the hires. I think he got Coach Akina already back.
Yeah.
He got Bobby Wade coming down, receiver coach. He's been working up there at ASU, so he's coming home now. He's got got some experience in. So, just some of the guys that he's bringing around the program. And I just like him, man. I just like him. I've watched the job that he did as a head coach. I watched him work his way up through the ranks. He is a college guy. I know we had the big talk about pro. We are in college. He's a college guy. He's a guy that has been at a place for a while, so you understand that he's going to try to build up the program. And he's a Tommy guy. I got to add that in there, so you know how I feel about that part.
He's a college guy. He was wearing a letter jacket today,
and he's married to a Wildcat. So come on,
I see him. You see him all hyped throwing up the Wildcat you can tell. You can tell he's a former player.
Yeah,
let's just say that you can tell that he actually played ball.
Kelvin, didn't that receiver play with you on the '98 team?
Bobby Wade,
his son,
brother,
Brad.
Oh
Brennan's
yeah,
son.
Yes sir, yes he did, man. I know a great teammate, again a great family. So no, I'm not surprised to see him in this position. Coach Tommy always talked highly of him to me as far as coaching and whatnot. So. Man, I'm excited about it. Again, I told these guys I'm excited because I know I'm going to get to have my hands in there a little bit more some type of way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Once again, thank you guys very much.
How are you going to be up to the games next week in Oregon?
I don't know. I'll try to make it. We'll see what the weather's like.
All right. Okay. Well,
I'll try to make it.
We look forward to your next visit back down here to Tucson. Appreciate you coming by.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's get a break in. Come back. We'll head over to McHale Center, let you hear from the players, Umar Balo and Pella Larson, after a 77-71 come-from-behind win. First time in 10 years. The Wildcats rallied from 19 down in a game to win.
Yeah, they were 0 for 3 down 10 this year, right?
Yeah.
That was the first time they came back from a 10-point deficit, too.
Was those games on the road or at home?
Neutral, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, home helps. Home always helps.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what Tommy said. He thanked the crowd ferociously after the game for what they did. It was a good crowd out there tonight, and they really got it hyped in there in the second half to help that team come back. 77-71. We'll come back after this timeout. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Are you ready to adopt? Come to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. When you adopt from us, you will save more than one life. You'll also make room for the next pet in need. The Humane Society of Southern Arizona has been compassionately serving pets and the people who love them since 1944. Our knowledgeable adoption matchmakers will help you find the right pet for your home and support you after you adopt. We are open 7 days a week at our main campus at 635 West Roger Road. Learn more and see adoptable pets at hssaz.org.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic offers military discounts to retired and disabled veterans. And they now accept patients with access insurance. For more information and to find the location nearest you, visit firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Get the backyard you've always wanted with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you're ready to dive in, then visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Schedule now and get 3 months of full service free. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. First Choice Pools, the first and only choice.
My heat and air work in a state of disrepair.
With the new year, we usually make resolutions to be healthier. Water quality in your home can help you achieve healthy living goals. I'm Ron Arenas with Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We offer solutions to filter the water in your house that you drink, shower, and cook with every day. For clean and healthy water, call 520-440-4069.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 dock fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
At Nova Home Loans, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy the independence that comes with home ownership. Whether you're a first-time home buyer who needs down payment assistance, have less than perfect credit, or looking to refinance, Nova has a variety of home loan programs for your unique situation. Visit novahomeloans.com or call 800-955-9125 to learn more. Not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Rates and available loan programs are subject to change without notice. NMLS 3087, BK 0902429, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
At Standard Restaurant Supply, their vision and #1 goal is to improve the lives of their customers and clients by providing a better culinary experience. Standard Restaurant Supply, if it's in a restaurant and not food, they have it. Open to the public, no membership fees, and they offer bulk store pricing without the bulk store purchase. Open Monday through Saturday at 601 South Cherry Avenue or call 885-2345. Standard Restaurant Supply is a proud sponsor of the U of A Radio Sports broadcast.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for quality car parts in Tucson, look no further. Advance Auto Parts has 6 Tucson locations
With over 75 years in business, Advance Auto Parts is the largest car parts retailer in the U.S., and customers know they can trust their products, like Die-Hard batteries. Now with free installation, only found at Advance Auto Parts stores. Take advantage of our same-day delivery and pickup. Just visit our website at stores.advanceautoparts.com and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Advance Auto Parts, for all your car repair needs. Now a proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez of Meridian Wealth Management, and I'd like to invite you to our complimentary retirement income workshop held every Friday at 10 a.m. in our offices at the Williams Center. We discuss the key risks in retirement, how retirement has changed, and how to best plan for success. A recent study showed 60% of retirees would go back and plan differently if they could. We want to help you avoid the would've, could've, should've. Call our office at 719-1433 to reserve your seat today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Mack steps top of the key, hesitates, drives inside, a shot, no good. Grabbed by no good. Nuba missed the dunk. Larson the rebound. Off to Love. Cats on the run. Love through traffic to the bucket. Up. It is good. And he's fouled.
Caleb Love, 14 points, 5 of 16 from the floor. Didn't necessarily shoot it well, but made some big plays down the stretch, as he always seems to do. 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 4 turnovers. How about Jaden Bradley, a -9? He's been the plus-minus guy, but a -9. It was a flip of a script. Jaden, minus side. KJ Lewis led everybody
Monster.
at plus 23 in this game.
Monster.
Yeah.
Bradley got caught in that run in that first half that those guys were making.
Right.
You know, and it was
because he subbed him in like at the
early
3-minute mark.
Boswell, was a little
he just got caught in that run. Everybody probably had negative from that.
Hey, fellas, it was real nice that like TJ and Ben were there, but Hallie was in the building tonight. Hallie, did you see him?
Hallie.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton was there.
Oh, yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, absolutely. Yeah, I think the whole team was there, as a matter of fact, was there for the Indiana Pacers in this ball game this evening. You had that. You also had Matt Othick was in the building from the 1980s, late 80s, early 90s aura. In fact, Tommy said, you'll hear from Tommy a little bit later, Tommy said that he spoke to the team afterwards. Let's hear from the players after this ball game. We've got Pelle Larsson and Umar Ballo after a 77-71 win over UCLA.
A really, really gritty win, character win. We got things to do better. We shouldn't be down like that at home. But yeah, great character win. I mean, I think KJ was the difference maker off the bench. He was awesome.
Emotion out there for the last 2 games, things going on. Ben's ceremony, the Pacers were here, KD was here the other night. Does that play, play a role? Is just coming out and kind of doing your normal thing when all that's going on?
I mean, Tommy said it, Arizona basketball is a show. So things like that are going to happen, but it's the same job for us at the end of the day.
Best game overall since you've been here, given the fact you hit some great free throws for you, and how did that feel?
I mean, I've been here for 3 years. I'm sure I had better games, but today was special, I needed to make them the most, and then I'm glad I got to make them, and my teammates trust me, they believe in me, and they keep supporting me even though I'm not making, and when you have a team like that believe in you 100%, it gives you confidence.
When with the free throws too, do you find when you've been working on it, do you find it's more mental, or do you work more on it or less on it to try and get?
No, obviously I'm working more on it every day. Before practice and after practice, and I'm glad I was able to make them tonight.
Describe the battle with Bona in the post. You guys were kind of going at it.
I mean, Bona is a great player. He's tough. He plays physical. Sometimes he plays dirty, but. That's the beauty of these games. They are not meant to be easy, and you just need to be the last man standing.
For any of you, since you guys have had so many battles with UCLA over the recent years, does this make it any more sweeter your last years in the Pac-12?
I mean, I think everybody knows in this town that it's been a rivalry for a long time, and we're just glad that we can honor the guys that came before us through this program with a win. So it means a lot to be able to do that for them.
What was Tommy telling you at the first half when you guys were down big? Stay composed. What was he saying?
Yeah, I mean, basically just that it's a close game, you know. Right now it's a close game. We missed a layup, missed a few free throws, but it was a close game, and we got to keep getting stops and, you know, trust our offense, basically.
In the first half?
At halftime.
Like going through that, where you have those 4 free throws, and did the tech come as a surprise and hitting those? What was your emotion like, you know, especially at a time when you guys were making a comeback?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like free throws is the best shot that you can get on the court. So it was really good for our offense that they got a technical foul.
Did that situation, the pressure or anything, I mean, do you feel any more than you normally do? Like, I have to hit this kind of thing?
I mean, I shot a couple free throws in this arena before, so, you know, I felt pretty at home with the situation.
One more question for the guys.
A little different step when you go 7 of 8 from the free throw line?
Honestly, I changed my routine a little bit the last couple of days, and I'm trying to stick with that routine and see what it takes me.
What change did you make?
Just making one motion and don't lean back.
You do any of the superstition things or anything? Like that one game you had your hair out, you played really well. I don't know.
Do you miss the hair? If you miss it, I'm gonna bring it back. Thank you so much.
I miss the hair. I like that look on Umar, but like Kelvin said, he just couldn't get to his braider that week.
Hair, schmear, whatever, man. Don't lean back is the important part of that.
Right.
Do not lean back. Do you ever watch Steve Kerr shoot free throws? He almost fell forward as he was following through on all his free throws. Yeah, Umar, do not lean back on those free throws. Good job.
And the one motion is even more important. A lot of guys, some guys have a 1, 2, 3 click. Some guys had a 2 click, but that one fluid motion with the follow through, as Coach used to call it, Coach Oates used to call it that 1 count. It's just more fluid.
All right, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's go to the phones and talk to our guy, Dana Cooper. I'm sure was at the ball game tonight. Dana, what did you think of everything that transpired this afternoon?
That was it was just an amazing afternoon. It really was. You know, you were talking about, was kind of wondering out loud, was that a good idea to do the football team intro in the game? And I thought it was a brilliant move for several reasons. You think about the environment of being in the Kale Center, and you think about who's sitting in that arena, and that's the leadership of Tucson sitting in that arena. Those are people who are season ticket holders. They're donors. They are invested in the program in many, many ways. There's corporate sponsors in there. There's NIL potential sitting in there. And to show them the commitment of the football team, I'm sure people's heads were spinning. Wow, this is awesome. I want to be involved in this. So from that standpoint of putting your product in front of an audience that is more likely to buy, so to speak, I'm a marketing guy, so that's kind of how I was looking at it. And I thought really it was a timely and a brilliant touch. And then I was looking at, regarding the basketball game, I was looking at the probability tracker on ESPN's website.
Oh.
And with 12 minutes left in the game, UCLA had a 72% chance to win. And with 6 minutes left in the game, they still had a 60% chance it had shifted to Arizona's favor. And it struck me that I'd be interested to get Kelvin's perspective on this. What comes first? Does a point run lead to the mentality shifting and the win probability shifting? Or how does exactly that work? Because as that win probability declined for UCLA, and then it pulled even, Arizona had a win probability even though they were still behind by 2 points. So do points lead to a change in mentality, or do you have to change the mentality in order to score the points? Kind of an interesting perspective I wanted to throw out to you guys.
Man, you know what? it's sad to say, a lot of times, man, when you start scoring points, your mentality change. You pick up that effort on the defensive side when you see that ball go through that basket. So probably as you see that team picking up, and like you said, UCLA was making shots, so that gave them more. It looked like if they keep making shots, they're going to win this game. But the reality of it was, you have to get back to the percentages of what these guys actually shoot, from the 3-point range, and I think it just ends up evening out as the game goes along. But I just think, again, when you're making whoever's making shots, that's probably who has the best probably chance of winning.
Dana,
that's really.
I'll tell you, a big part of that win probability was those fouls building up for the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about the foul trouble, you're talking about, especially Adembona getting his 4th foul. I mean, that's a huge, when he had to go to the bench, that's when the momentum shifts. And when you're talking about guys not be able to even be in the game to impact it, that's going to shift those probabilities one way or the other.
I noticed two other things just quickly. Arizona, if I went back and looked at the game cast, and I think I read it the right way, Umar missed a free throw with 12:39 left in the game. That was the last free throw that Arizona missed, and then they made 18 in a row with the game absolutely on the line. That's kind of astounding. The last thing I noticed, guys, was the difference in the coaching styles on the bench between Mick Cronin and Tommy Lloyd. I mean, Mick Cronin looks like a traffic cop at a 7-way intersection. He's telling the guys, telling everybody where to go. Get over here. Get over there. He's going crazy. And Tommy Lloyd is at the other end with his arms folded across his chest, watching very studiously, and he's making his adjustments in the timeout. To watch those two styles on the bench was really a fascinating contrast.
Well, I'll speak to that a little bit. I think what you're seeing right there is a veteran squad, even though they haven't played a lot of games together, Arizona. But you're talking about Keyshawn Johnson, senior, Love, senior, Ballo, senior, Larson, senior. How much yelling can you do at those guys without them turning it off on you? So I think he's being smart right there. I think he saves that for the practice.
And on the other side of the coin,
on the other side, you got 12 out of the 15 guys or sophomores or freshmen.
Right.
So you basically have to, keep them in the game. And I said it before, I think a lot of time when you see those coaches over there acting like that, because we all know those coaches know how to act and carry themselves, but they're over there acting because a lot of times you have an inferior team and you're trying to be the fight for them. You're trying to be the spirit for them. And a lot of times you come out looking like a clown as a coach on the sideline, but you're trying to get your guys ready for times like this. If it wasn't for him, I just said this, if it wasn't for him acting like that, I don't think they're in this game.
Look at Cronin, right? I mean, Cronin's always been a hothead, but look at him last year. We got Jaime Jaquez Jr., Tiger Campbell, all those guys, those 5th-year seniors on that roster. He wasn't up in those guys' faces yelling at them, trying to get them up. But today, I mean, you've seen him all year long. Where'd they start the year? Like, they had that 8 out of 10 games they lost. Yeah. So, I mean, he might have coached harder and stronger this year than he has. He's always going to be a hothead, but he's got a lot of freshmen. He's got to get their energy levels up, and he's bringing it. He's bringing it on that sideline, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, as a former athletic director, Jim Livengood used to say, it's a great day to be a Wildcat.
Yes,
I was thinking about that same line when I walked into the building as that game was ending, Dana. Hey, we appreciate you checking in, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks for the visit. See you later.
Dana Cooper. Yeah, I watched when he pulled Will McClendon out of the game in the first half, man. It was a defensive mistake that McClendon made, and he just you could just tell he said something onto the court. I don't think McClendon really understood it. He kind of did a Sean Miller and went and got somebody off to get McClendon out of the game so he could explain very more clearly what he was trying to teach him in that moment.
If you can't hear me when you're on the court, then I'll bring you over here and we can discuss it on the sideline. Now, either hear me on the court and open your ears up, because we could be, I always tell the guys, we have to speak the same language and you have to hear me over everything, no matter what's going on in there. When you're a championship player, your coach could whisper and you could hear him. He can make sign language and you know exactly what he's talking about and what he's expecting. But with that young group like that, man, he's still trying to whip those guys into shape, man. I mean, and he's working his butt off over there, man. It was unfortunate to get that technical foul right there. And I wish they would have, I haven't got a chance to hear what it was about, the reason why he got the foul.
Yeah.
But I thought Pella kind of pushed the kid. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, no.
Yeah, Pella kind of bench pressed him. The kid fouled Pella for sure when Pella drove to the basket, and he was kind of sticking to Pella. He was kind of baiting a little bit, and Pella kind of took to it and kind of pushed him off a little bit. And I think right as soon as that happened, Meek went over the roof. And because you have a young group, and you have to be the protector. Right now, he don't really have guys on the team that are veteran guys that'll step up right there, or he maybe didn't even want the guys to because he don't want them to get a tech. But I just think that right there, he was trying to be the protector and to show the guys, I got y'all back, but it cost him.
Yeah. All right, 520-848-1290. Let's get another break in here. We'll come back, take more of your calls. 77-71, Arizona knocks off UCLA after being down 19 points in this game. We'll also hear from the head coach, Tommy Lloyd. We'll also let you hear from Benedict Matherin. He met with the media prior to the ball game. All that still straight ahead. We're taking you right up to NFL football right around 7 o'clock tonight. It's the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show, along with Kelvin Efon and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog in Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have the Arizona Wildcats covered on game day like no one else. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0 interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay, nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Hit the community trails, explore local parks like Saguaro National and Colossal Cave, and mingle at private Diamond Community Park events. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rock & Kay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 11 different model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in-ready homes and special incentives. Live RockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Savings in Selection 100 is going on right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet because we have selection, we have savings, and we have over 100 trucks, including Chevy Silverados, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Arizona. See them all at O'Reilly.com. Call 747-8000 or test drive one today on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads during Savings in Selection 100 at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
See dealer for details.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Southern Arizona Radiology Associates have been dedicated to providing superior images and quality care for the last 35 years. They're the one you trust when you need an X-ray, CT scan, ultrasound, mammogram, or MRI. They have locations in Tucson, Green Valley, and Sierra Vista. Ask your doctor to refer you to Southern Arizona Radiology Associates today. That's Southern Arizona Radiology Associates. Visit their website at sararadiology.com or call 520-335-6849 for more information.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Love working back and forth dribble. 11 on the shot clock. Steps right, shoots a three, no good. Long rebound out to Larson. Lean in shot by Pella, and it rolls in. Wow. What a shot, and followed by Pella Larson. 75-71 Arizona.
22 points for Pella Larson, made 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 8 for 8 from the line. 22 points in 36 minutes. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, turned it over 1 time, had 1 block, 1 steal. Plus 9 for Pella Larson in a 77-71 win over UCLA.
Always in the right place, right time.
Yeah, he is that. Mr. Glue, for sure. All right, let's go back to the phones and talk to Anthony. You're on the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, hello, guys. What a day to be a Wildcat, right?
What a day.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was a very interesting game. Very first half, I mean, had the major high with everything that happened with the football team. That was just great way for them to do it, man. What do you call it? I don't know. I mean, I'm not playing the game, but right after that introduction, I was kind of like,
you're ready to go.
Emotions are high, but then the game starts, and I like that. So I don't know if that's maybe what was part of the slow start. Your emotions high, and then back to reality, and I don't know. But yeah, it was very ugly first half. What you guys were talking about right before the break, and I think Kelvin was mentioning it about Pella. Yeah, on that play, I watched it multiple times because I was scared because we were finally starting to get momentum again. And, yeah, Pella, it's on a steal, fast break. Pella could have probably dropped a Euro step on him and had an easier layup, but he was just gunning it to the basket. They got caught up, and right as they get to the base of the backboard, Pella gives them a two-hand shove on the chest. And what kind of blocked it off for the referees is that the guy kind of just basically got pinned up against the standard, so he didn't go flying. So that's what it was. That's where Cronin delivered the F-bomb to the referee. That's you could see it right after.
That was after the tip.
Yeah, right after. Yeah,
that was directed. That was a directed F-bomb, too. He was not just saying it to the wind. He was saying that to two people, guys. I mean, I was surprised. I was thinking in that moment, here comes number 2.
I thought so, too. I thought that ref kept his composure. I did not think that, man. I give that ref credit. I don't be giving refs a lot of credit, but I'm going to give him credit for walking away from that one because after a tech to hear that, I mean, that was on national TV. I guarantee you that ref probably get reprimanded from his superiors because seeing that on TV like that and hearing that out loud like that.
Don't show him up, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, that was crazy. But Pella has a little bit of dog in him lately, man, which I like. Even today, when he was on today. Even when things weren't going right, if you ever looked at energy-wise, you see Pella trying to, we come out of timeout, the rest of the team looked lethargic. Pella get the ball, he was the one going, Mickey cuts, even if he wasn't getting to the basket, just playing hard. And we got a lot out of that out of Lewis today, too. And Lewis, he's had a couple bad games, but with Lewis, it's never energy. It's just sometimes he's going 100 miles per hour. And it's just his freshman legs, getting his freshman legs and that. Once he gets that under control, I mean, he's great already, don't get me wrong. But once he learns how to tone that energy down, and I think we mentioned it before, it doesn't matter if Lewis plays 3 minutes or he plays 15 minutes, he's going to try to get all 5 fouls if he can get them there. And it's just, it was what you call a good comeback at the end. Ballo, I mean, I've been on him about free throws and 7 for 8. big game for him from the free throw line. And it was just interesting just watching him and the UCLA big man just battle with Bona. Just like that's probably going to be one of the only times this year that Bona's not able just to run somebody over, back him up. And that was just a good little battle, just seeing him chest to chest, bumping. And that's going to probably be one of the only times Ballo this year can't just, impose his strength just completely on a guy. But that was a great little matchup inside.
Those two guys had a big hug for each other after the game, too. Did you see that? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Good.
That's great. Two warriors, what he called, battling it out, and it was there was no room for Krivas in that game right there. And when it keeps that,
no. This wasn't the type of game. I was actually surprised Keyshawn didn't play a little bit better. With it being a physical game, with his experience playing in those type of games, he only played 22 minutes. So he's another guy that's losing. Colin loses some minutes, and Keyshawn is losing some minutes as well. And I just would love to see him get back involved defensively and get back in them steals where he was getting a couple steals and getting out in the fast break scoring. We really love to get because he was negative 12 today.
He was aggressive early and then he got blocked, right? When he did the pump fake and they got blocked right under the rim. I don't think he was as much as aggressive. I think most of his shots after that point were coming from the outside.
He only had 5, so wasn't too many after that.
Yeah, he's a little lost right now, it seems like, but I mean he's still playing hard. This is one of the few games this year that we've seen Love get a little bit of the bench for he a couple times on defense he let up a couple wide open threes, and Lloyd let him have it. He saw some bench time. But I remember watching North Carolina. Once we had these sport betting apps here in Arizona, you watch a lot more college basketball. And I remember watching a lot of North Carolina last year, and there was times where Love would get punished for just shooting him out of games, and he'd be pulled, and he'd look like a kid that had his candy stolen, man, just pouting and that. The thing, Lloyd pulled him aside, and one of the most vocal, loudest cheering guys on the sidelines this game was Love when he was sitting on those long times in the second half when they had, he still got 14 though, right?
Yeah, 14 points. Needed 16 shots to get to that, but he got 14.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one thing I was just looking for, the emotions when he got that 3-point play, to put us up, and then the next time out he got subbed out for defense. But he went and sat at the front of the bench and was one of the loudest cheerleaders, and which I really liked about that. Boswell didn't have a great line, but he had a way different attitude, and you could just see his energy today.
And let me speak to that. When I saw that from Boswell and from Love, it reminded me of, first of all, Love seeing Boswell go to the bench, Love seeing Boswell not start the second half. The whole team is seeing that. That's coach sending a message to the team. So when I take you out, that's not personal. I just took out Boswell. I didn't start Boswell the second half, right? So it's not personal to nobody. So don't go on the sideline being personal. Make sure you're still showing love to your teammates because you're still a leader and we're going to need you. But if you're pouting, that's going to hurt how you come back and play, and that's going to cost you some more minutes. So it's great to see him, as I say with a lot of these players, grow up, and sometimes you need a little bit of pine time. I thought personally, honestly with you, I didn't think it was necessarily the defense he was getting taken out for. I thought a couple times coach was taking him out to kind of slow him down on offense.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I mean, because you take him out and you try to see what the other guys could get going.
Time and place, man. Time and place, yeah.
Right. Because sometimes you have when you have an aggressive guard like that, sometimes you have to take him out to get the other guys going because the other guys are going to rely on him. A lot of shots that he's taking is because they're getting him the ball.
Yeah, there it is, right? Like they're looking like they know if the offense gets bogged down, Cable can go get his. Everybody already knows that, and the problem with that is 2 times, 3 times down the court, Kelvin. Then all of a sudden, everybody's just standing around waiting to see what Caleb's about to do, and that is not what they need.
And that's where usually the coach takes control and call a play. Right? You see him with the ball. You see, if you remember that time when Boswell was coming down the court, the coach called that timeout because I said Boswell's finna shoot that thing, and he called the timeout, and he ended up getting into Love. He gave it back to Boswell, but he gave it to Love. But my point about that is, again, I just think coach is just coaching, man, and it's great to see those guys take that the right way because you're just trying to win a game, man. You're just trying to win a game. Coach has a lot of people don't understand. A lot of your job is dealing with guys. emotions. A lot of people say egos. Nah, it's emotion, man. These guys got their life tied up into this, man. I mean, into this college basketball game. They had one of the best schools in the country. The pressure is all over them to win these games. So yeah, man, you want to love on them, but at the same time, you have to uphold the standard.
They're trying to win a game. They're also trying to win the next 13. They got 13 more games left in this season, right? And so it's like they already know what Caleb can do, but they got to be able to run offense. They got to be able to get buckets outside of one guy going hero ball. And again, like Kelvin just laid out there, as far as bringing him off the court, 4 turnovers today too, a little tiny bit loose with that ball. And so again, the most important thing that Kelvin just said right there is that engaged, ready to cheer on his teammates next play, and totally not on the sideline worried about getting pulled, but always engaged and ready to get back in there as soon as his number is called. And that's a great teammate.
Yeah, and this seems we ugly first half, great comeback, 19. I think the stat on the TV was showing something like all 3 times this year that we've been down double digits, we lost the game. So I mean, hey, we got this win. We got it right here. Tough Oregon trip coming up right here. This trip and the mountain trip, I think, is what's going to determine if we're going to win the Pac-12. I mean, I still we're down 1 game on Oregon. I really think, honestly, we still should win the Pac-12 regular season. But this trip coming up this weekend and that mountain trip up in Utah and Colorado are going to be big determining factors on whether we can walk away with it or whether it's going to be a tight race the rest of the way.
Anthony, hey, we appreciate you checking in. Thank you.
You guys have a good one, man. Bear down, guys. Have a safe weekend.
The Wildcats are a half game behind the Oregon Ducks, who will play tomorrow. If the Utah Utes take care of the Ducks, it will be a 3-way tie for first place because Arizona State beat USC today. It's the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show. We'll get another timeout. Come back. We'll let you hear from Benedict Matherin, who went into the Ring of Honor at this ball game today. He was there with the Indiana Pacers. Another star-studded night, or afternoon, I should say, at McHale Center. 77-71, number 12, Arizona beats UCLA. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Okay, kids, we're home. Everybody out.
Ew, my feet are stuck.
And what, honey?
On the floor.
Ew, take off your shoes. Tommy, come carry your sister into the house.
What do you do when the car you use the most has the least amount of time to get clean? Let Recon Auto Detailing, Arizona's premier auto detailing company, come to you and turn your busiest car back into your best. From basic cleaning to a full detail, Recon Auto Detailing. Online at recondetail.com.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open with a lift
LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Desperate buyers have created tremendous opportunity for sellers. If you've had the slightest thought of selling your home, it's time to call Sean Poston with the Poston Results Team at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. Why choose the Poston Results Team? Past performance, more money in your pocket, over a 65% referral rate, an incredible Poston Results Team staff, and most important, communication, because you and your home matter. The Poston Results Team. When buying and selling really matter, go to TucsonHomeValues.com. That's TucsonHomeValues with an S.com.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have zero interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Broadway in Tucson presents the Rockin' 2023-2024 season featuring 8 blockbuster productions including Disney's Aladdin, The Book of Mormon, Hairspray, and Chicago. Enjoy the Southern Arizona musical premieres of Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Time of the Temptations, MJ the Musical, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Secure your choice season tickets today and get the ultimate in flexibility and the lowest prices all season. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your season tickets today.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock and K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vail School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rock and K with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. Live rockandk.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
77-71, Arizona Wildcats knock off the UCLA Bruins. A few more minutes with you as we take you up to NFL football. The game has started. We'll join it around 7 o'clock or so. About 8.5 minutes to go. No score early first quarter. San Francisco and Green Bay. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Had a gentleman check in on Twitter. Actually, this is, I believe, our guy Fred in New Jersey. He said he was listening to the UCLA broadcast after the game. Cronin and the UCLA announcers blamed bad refs, that Arizona was grabbing and holding in the second half, and the refs didn't call it. Amazing, given Cronin's usual thug defense. UCLA announcers said UCLA players should have karate chopped Arizona players' wrists as hard as they could to get the refs to make calls.
It's so dumb because if you watch the game, clearly that's like a Seattle secondary tactic that those guys got. I mean, did you see Bono with the grabbing ball with both arms behind his back and all that stuff? I mean, there's some of those drives in there where I think there were 3 or 4 Bruins swiping down at balls and they couldn't call anything. And we all know Cronin's style of defense is super physical. The foul discrepancy obviously does not look good, but that was the aggression from Arizona. Arizona was taking the ball to the basket consistently. I think they could have, I agree. There might have been a foul or two that they could have given. Mac got a couple of drives. I think they might have called a foul or two, but come on. I mean, UCLA's defense is designed to be physical. That's what they do.
26 fouls for UCLA to just 13 in this ball game for Arizona.
I mean, what's the coach going to do? Come out and say, my young guys couldn't close?
Yeah.
He's not going to say that.
Arizona shot 29, made 25 on the game. UCLA shot 14, made 12. So the Wildcats, 13 more made free throws. and 15 more made attempts.
Well, let me tell you something about this, and I credit a referee for telling me this one time. And when he told me, I'm a type of guy, when I hear something that's right, I'm like, oh, you got me, buddy. And I'll make an adjustment. But you know what he told me? He said, Coach, your team is shooting threes. How can they get fouls? If they're not driving to the basket, how are you going to get to the free throw line? And how many threes did they take? They changed their game, and it worked for them in the first half. I thought second half, okay,
They
go
went
back.
3 for 17 from 3.
Yeah, and go back to your game. Get back to getting downhill with Mac, in which I think our defense had a little bit to do with that 1-2-2 change up from Coach getting the ball out of his hands, putting KJ Lewis on him. So there was some coaching going on in that strategy. But again, I just think that it's just one of them. It was just one of them tough games for Cronin trying to keep his guys in it. You're right, very young group, and so pulling out that win, I think is going to be huge for these guys going down the road.
All right, let's hear from Benedict Matherin, inducted into the Ring of Honor. He met with the media before today's ball game to talk about his honor.
Questions for Ben on being inducted in the Ring of Honor?
What does it mean for you to be inducted to the Ring of Honor?
I mean, it's great, just being one of the few guys, to be inducted, and I feel like it's a great award. I worked really hard to get into that, and I'm pretty grateful for that.
How cool is it that your teammates are also here in attendance?
It's fun. It's fun. We have to wake up pretty early this morning, so seeing how my teammate cares about me, pretty much says a lot.
There's a couple of guys on this Arizona team that you played with. Have you been keeping in touch with the guys still?
For sure. I think Umar, we go way back, since high school, at the academy, and Pella, and that's pretty much it, to be honest.
How do you feel your NBA career has been going to this point?
It's been pretty well. It's been so many ups and downs, but it's been great. Playing 82 games, and we have a pretty good chance of making the playoffs this year. So, it's been pretty fun.
Ben, when you were here, it was kind of a tough time. You had COVID, coaching change, you went through all that. When you look back on it, do you feel like it helped you in some kind of way, or did it any influence one way or another?
For sure. I mean, COVID was really a big impact on my career. I was fortunate enough to come, to the school, but like I said, it was such a bad thing that turned out to be great. Just to be a part of this experience and get to where I am today.
Can you talk about how Tommy's taking the program forward since you left?
For sure. I mean, Tommy has been, has been himself. He's been winning games, and pretty much just helping players get to the league. That's what he does, and that's pretty much what he's been doing.
Two more questions, and I got anything about that sophomore year with him that stuck with you? Anything you've added to your game that year that's really helped you as a pro now?
That's a great question. I would say pretty much just being involved in pick and rolls. Obviously this is a thing I was going to be involved in, going pro, and I feel like he pretty much understood that it was an area for me to grow, and he pretty much helped me become that player.
Last question.
Ben, have you had a chance to talk to Christian in the past few days at all?
For sure. Christian is my guy, so obviously it wasn't a great thing that happened to him, great news, but I just told him to keep his to keep his head up, and just to take care of his health.
All right, thanks, Ben.
All right, Benedict Matherin at the McHale Center today, inducted into the Ring of Honor. Christian Coloco, who he mentioned there at the end, will go in next month in February, and then Kenny Lofton will be the third in the class of this year, and he'll go in, I believe it's the final home game on March the 2nd.
You think Kenny's team's going to come back?
Ooh, that would be fun.
I mean, that's a lot of all-stars. That's a lot of superstars coming off of that team.
I'd love this. We'd love to have those guys.
What's Harvey
back.
Mason up to these days?
Especially if there's like a conference championship, to be won that day or something. Final home game, senior day, have all those guys in the building and cut down some nets with Kenny in the house. K Love, that would be awesome as well. We got K Rock and K Love. All right, 77-71. We'll take another break here. Come back. We'll go through our keys to the game real quick. And actually, before we go, I didn't do my Window Depot. Let's do this first. Window Depot, glass cleaner of the game. Who else? Umar Ballo, 13 rebounds tonight, 17 points to go along with those 13 rebounds. Umar Ballo is our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. 77-71 the final. I'm David Kelly along with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
This summer, savings is the ultimate drive.
The road has been long, and now you're here. One incredible family.
You've saved so many families so much. I want that opportunity.
Savings and Selection 100, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Go to O'Reilly.com, call 747-8000, or test drive one on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Experiencing the Sonoran Desert's natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rock & Kay. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by nature, built for you. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez-Lee, President of Meridian Wealth Management. As a fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or RoyalKia.com.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
The new Blue Whale Car Wash, formerly Octopus Car Wash, is now open. They're locally owned and operated and offer many ways for you to save. Start now by downloading the Blue Whale Car Wash app. Then visit their website at bluewhalecarwashaz.com to find a location near you. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram and Facebook for even more savings. And for a limited time, their exterior-only wash is $5 at all 4 locations. Blue Whale Car Wash, proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290. Wildcats fans, out of today's Keys to the Game, go for the Wildcats. Keys to the Game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
77-71, Arizona beats UCLA. We had an extra key given before this game as Howie joined us for the pregame show, and here's what he thought needed to happen today.
Defense and making shots around the basket.
Okay.
You know?
Defense and making shots around the basket. Well, we said earlier, 12 of 18 dunks and layups, back to 70%, which was good after 2 games of down in the 30s for the Arizona Wildcats. And, defense got better in the second half. They completely, obviously, Adem Bona had some foul trouble, but they also took him out of the ball game when he was in there in the second half. I believe he only scored 2 points, and then Lazar Stefanovic, who went off in the first half, in the second half only had 4 points as well. They did get some more points out of Sebastian Mack. He kind of was their offensive threat in the second half, but as Calvin has mentioned, that 1-2-2 towards the end of the game slowed him down big time.
I think the most important thing is to start fast, to get these guys behind, to take them out of their zone defense, to force them where they have to pick up their pace and they can't play so slow. I think we're going to have to play strong, play through the physical contact. Don't look for fouls. You got to score those baskets. And, again, attack that zone. They're going to play some zone, and we've had difficulty against zone. So I say attack that zone with the pass or the penetration. Really look for Pella or even K.J. Lewis at the high post. I think both of those guys are great passers. They can score. They can get to the basket with one dribble from that spot. So we'd love to see those 2 guys at that high post.
Well, Kelvin, they didn't play through fouls, but they got them.
Yeah, they did. And also, when you look at Pella and KJ had huge games. I mean, they didn't play against the zone, but they were instrumental in this game and winning this game. And the reason is because I think a lot of people game plan is to stop Love, to stop Boswell, and, the big fella Barlow. And so that opens up opportunities for guys like Larson and KJ. And I can't wait for the other KJ, Keyshawn Johnson, to get back in this, in this party as well.
Who's next, J-Dub?
Number one, you got to match physicality. We know how Cronin's going to do. He's going to bring in, and that's basically the only way UCLA can win this game. So you got to match the physicality from the start. We're all going to have finishing at the rim. This huge, important detail in today's game, especially when I'm thinking low-scoring game. So you got to finish those bunnies around the rim. And number 3, UCLA is not a great rebounding team. So in this building, I just think the Cats got to dominate the boards, match the physicality, dominate the boards, finish around the rim, all paint keys today for me to beat the Bruins.
Rebounding edge for Arizona, 36-29 in this ballgame. How did you feel, J-Dub, that they matched the physicality?
Well, I mean, in the start, I think they overmatched because they were trying to double too much, and that led to a lot of open threes. But as far as the second half, they won the game because Arizona was more physical down the stretch.
And my keys.
You talk about being physical, and I'll go back to the one I said the other day is I want to see Umar be a little bit more physical down there on the bump. And, you like Kelvin always says, you got 5 fouls. Use them when you need to use them. Don't ticky tack them, but use them the right way to send a message to the opponent. So I'd like to maybe see Umar maybe get deep to that third, maybe fourth foul late, and use it to try to defensively assert himself down there to stop some offense. And I think also in terms of the offensive side of the ball for Arizona, like Rhino said, I'll go with that. You got to set your feet. Set your feet when you're down there inside the 3-foot circle and finish shots. It's going to be so important for this Wildcat team to finish shots moving forward, and especially in this game in order to beat UCLA, but also as they move forward with this season if they want to get to where they want to be. And I'd like to also maybe see this team get back to what we saw the last home weekend against Oregon and Colorado, knock down 3-point shots. I think if you knock down 3-point shots today, you can make it a lot more easy for yourself. And transition is always the number one. Get out and get as many easy baskets as you can so you don't have to even deal with that zone defense.
Yeah, they missed 23, so that wasn't a good night. Only 12 fast break points. Umar did have 4 fouls. He had 1 ticky-tack. It was after he got blocked in that first half, and then he went in and just kind of made a silly reach foul at the other end of the floor. So, but I thought the other fouls he had were good, aggressive fouls, the kind of fouls that I would like to see. So.
I think 26 is way too many threes, but I think, again, they were down so much. They were trying to shoot themselves back in the game.
And I'll say this. Keyshot, 0 fouls.
Yeah.
0 fouls.
There you go.
It's just hard for me to believe you're playing hard. not questioning him, anybody.
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's just hard for me to believe, and I just always used, and I always taught guys to use the foul strategically, to stop. Again, if I had Ballo going up for a dunk on me around there, I'm gonna foul you. Anybody, right? I'm gonna send you to the free throw line unless I'm in foul trouble. So it's just strategy at the end of the day to remind the guys to think about me before you go up and think it's gonna be an easy layup.
All right, that's what we thought needed to happen for the Wildcats to beat the Bruins.
Wildcats fans, that's a look at your keys to the game. They're brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different. Tucson, what happened with today's best bets? Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to look at the best bets. Brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, it was 17 in favor of Arizona. Everybody ran away from that number and won as the Wildcats win this game by just 6 points. Everybody took the under on this, and it got to the over, just over, at 148. So it is a split for everyone. J-Dub and I stay at the top of the leaderboard. Kelvin stays 2 behind. Those are your best bets.
Those are today's best bets. They're brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
I don't think anybody expected them to go crazy from 3. There's your over.
There you go. Exactly. Kelvin, any final thoughts before we let you fly?
Hey, again, I know it was ugly. I know you hate getting down, but people, they need these games. They can't replicate this at practice. So as many of these games they can get into it, I know it makes the heartbeat kind of jumps a little bit. But I think when you get into crunch time and you get into these games, when you get into the tournament, you've been there before and you know how to react. So, hey, great job adjusting the defenses. Great job the guys buying in and listening to the adjustment, and on to the next one.
All right, Kelvin, we will we'll figure out the next time that we will talk to you, maybe Tuesday ahead of the game on Thursday in Oregon. Have a great weekend.
Sure.
All right, Kelvin Ifan, the captain. Let's take our final time out of the night. We'll come back and let you hear from Tommy Lloyd, give you a few scores, and put a wrap on it and get you to the National Football League. Wildcats knock off UCLA 77-71. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
With the new year, we usually make resolutions to be healthier. Water quality in your home can help you achieve healthy living goals. I'm Ron Arenas with Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We offer solutions to filter the water in your house that you drink, shower, and cook with every day. For clean and healthy water, call 520-440-4069.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0-interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball, Wildcats Radio 1290. The Pac-12 scoreboard is brought to you by Mesquite Valley Growers. Mesquite Valley Growers. Real growers, real experience, real nursery.
All right, 3 finals on the board. One of them took place here in Tucson. Number 12, Arizona knocks off UCLA 77-71. The Wildcats come from 19 down to win, led by Pella Larson, who scored 22 points. Up in Tempe, Arizona State beats USC 82-67. Jemai Neal had 17 points and 9 rebounds to lead the Sun Devils, who end their 2-game losing streak. They are now 5-2. The Trojans have now lost 4 games in a row. The other final, it went to overtime in Berkeley today, and California comes out on top, knocking off Washington State 81 to 75. It was Jalen Tyson, I should say, 30 points, 9 rebounds in that game for the Cal Golden Bears. 2 games still to come, or actually 1 game in progress, 1 game still to come. Colorado bearing Oregon State in the second half, 81-49. Tristan DeSilva, we mentioned, he's back, 19.6 rebounds in that ball game.
They're healthy. They're scary.
Yeah. Colorado looking to go to 5-0 at home and 5-3 overall. And later on tonight at the top of the hour in Palo Alto, Washington will play Stanford. Do want to tell you about one game real quickly here on the national level. As number 3 Kansas goes down in upset at West Virginia in Morgantown, 91-85. Kerr Kriisa in 26 minutes had 15 points, 3 of 4 from 3 to help lead the West Virginia Mountaineers to that upset win.
That's efficient.
Today. Very efficient.
How many turnovers did he have?
Kriisa. He had 6 turnovers in the ball.
There it is.
He did turn the ball over 6 times, yeah. And that is a check of your scoreboard. And we will go back now over to McHale Center and hear from the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats after this 77-71 win, Tommy Lloyd.
Thanks to the fans of McHale. I mean, they were awesome today, and we weren't giving them a lot to cheer about, and they hung with us and got us through. And thank goodness, we played them on this day, and it was at home, because if that's anywhere else, we're probably not getting that outcome.
You tell them that midway through the first half and then maybe at halftime when you're down. So
just hang in there. We just got to start playing better basketball, and it might be try an adjustment or two, but you can't just completely panic. Yeah, you have to have a sense of urgency. Can't just be, oh, hey, it's business as usual, and so just got to hang in there. And I thought we did a good job. That last 7 minutes of the first half, just keeping ourselves in the game. I think we cut it to 9 at half, right? And I think Caleb had a layup that, he's going to make most of the time. That would have cut it to 7. We missed a few free throws. JB missed a couple free throws, and he's a good free throw shooter. So, we could have been, down 4 or 5. But going down 9 gave us a chance, and then you come out in the second half, and you just don't want to have a repeat, and we did. And, we got to start starting these halves better. And then it just became knuckle down and maybe try to pick up the pressure a little bit. And then offensively, I think we settled in a little bit and got just a little more, I don't know if methodical is the right word, but just a little more connected. And Pella was really good downhill. Caleb made a few good plays. And, and then Umar, was able to catch and finish a few balls. And I think Kylan hit a huge 3, which is growth for him, because I think the 3 he hit, I think he'd missed his first 5. So for him to step up and do that. And then KJ was back. I mean, KJ, what's so much fun about coaching him is he solves problems, just with effort and energy and cutting. And, so when the game, maybe gets a little, stagnant or you're stuck somewhere, I mean, he saves the play so many times.
Maybe you said the other night it was a show. Last 2 games you had KD, today you had the Pacers, you got Ben. Rick Carlisle sitting ahead. How much of that?
Hopefully not. I mean, we got to be more mature than that. When you play at Arizona, I mean, you're going to be on the big stage, and you can't be bothered by that. So, I mean, I'm not going to account for that. We just have to, first off, we're going to be very happy and thankful we won today against, Mick. Had a heck of a game plan. His team was ready. They were more ready than we were, and luckily we were playing at home, and we were able just to kind of. Luckily they finally missed a few shots, and maybe our defense had a little bit to do with that. I don't know, but I'm just thankful for the results, and I'm going to get into the weeds tomorrow on this game.
Mark said that he was not really moving back when he was shooting free throws, and that's kind of what led to.
Yeah, we don't need to get into the technique. You guys can slice and dice that. I'm not going to get into techniques of shooting and stuff like that with players. I'm just, free throws, they all look good coming out of his hand to me.
You referred to being more methodical. I think there was a stretch where there were 13 consecutive possessions where you scored, either made a basket or got to the line and got the free throws.
Well, a big part of the game is being aggressive, getting in the bonus. The bonus gives you a greater margin for error on possessions. And I just thought, Pella, found whether it's a good matchup or just some good seams off ball movement that he was able to drive, and he played really strong. And, we need that Pella.
UCLA made 6 of their first 9 threes and then made 1 early in the second half. Was there something you did as far as rotation to just try to keep that happening?
No, I mean, they have not been a good three-point shooting team, and I'm sure some of those guys are better shooters in their percentages, and so we kind of game planned against them like everyone else has, where you're going to kind of pack it in and give Bono a lot of attention, and you know what, they came and they played free and easy today and early in the game, and listen, they really put themselves in position to win that game, and like I said, we kind of we're fortunate we're playing at home.
So this was a gritty signature type of win. What are your thoughts on the overall?
I hope so. I mean, you go through seasons, and it's cliche to say you got ups and downs and things like that, but you have to dig deep. You have to learn how to dig deep. Digging deep is a huge part of it, and I'm so proud of our guys. It's all the stuff. As a coach, you try to think about when you're like trying to guide your team, and I know our guys care a lot for the University of Arizona. They care a lot for Tucson. They love playing in McHale. They honor the legacy of our former players, and I think you gotta call on all those things in those tough moments. And you know what? I mean, hey, we had Matt Othick speak to the team yesterday. How cool is that? And he obviously he's well versed in this rivalry. So I think it's really cool for our guys to be able to honor those former players and find a way to beat UCLA. In the last time we're going to play them in the Pac-12 in McHale.
Ben, get a chance to talk to the guys, or they were rushed?
Right? I mean, it was quick. It was quick. Ben just as usual kicked their ass. Ben he keeps it pretty simple.
With Umar, you mentioned the free throws. Do you think that's mental at all too? Because you say it's coming out. You were a shooter yourself. I didn't know if you ever felt believed in that.
Hey,
stuff.
Let's not equate me to any of this stuff here, because my time is so far past. Bruce, it's everything. It's mental, it's physical, it's technical. I mean, it's all everything. We could probably look at it 100 different directions, but for this day, he solved it, and it was a huge difference in this game.
His best game, you think, overall here?
I mean, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see the stats, but I thought he had great impact, and we played him a lot in that second half. I just, I need to start playing Krivas more. But just O's force, I really felt like we needed it. We needed it in that game. I mean, it was, in a normal game where it's a little closer. I probably sub more freely, but we found a way. And today was just about getting a result. It was a program win, and that's we're just going to chalk that one up to that. And I'm thankful those guys, those vets, were able to get us through.
Shot selection inside at the rim better for you, in your opinion?
I mean, I haven't watched the game. I mean, I feel like we finished a little bit better around the rim in the second half. The first half I just looked at it and kind of shook my head again. It's like, how many halves in a row could we shoot under 40%? That's just not who we are. And there's a law of averages. And we need to start trending on the upside of that average.
This is a program win. What can this do confidence-wise, like looking ahead in March, that you're able to grit out games in different ways?
Well, it does a lot. I mean, I think it always shows you. I didn't realize there's so many things that happened in that game. The game literally felt like it took 8 hours for me. But we're down 19 in the first half, 18 in the second half. I just think it shows you, hang in there. Make that next play, dig in. And I think, you don't not necessarily want your team to be in that position, but when you're in that position, you got to take advantage of it. And our guys did today, and I think it was a great experience.
On it a little bit, this rivalry, but last 2 Pac-12 tournaments, and then this year, UCLA is not having as good of a year, but they're still able to make this a great game. Just how special is this rivalry?
Well, they're rivalry games. You throw everything out the window. And they have good players, and they have a great coach. And, I don't know what's been going on, so it's not my job to dissect it. But I know when I'm preparing to play against a Mick Cronin coach team, he's one of the best coaches in the country. I know that, and I've played against him, and just you understand that going in, and so I have a ton of respect for him, and with what he's done with those guys, and they're a little bit on the younger side, but you can see the last 2 weeks. I mean, they've gotten a lot better, and hopefully they keep playing like that.
Momentum shift was that steal Kylan and then the three-pointer going on the 10-2 run.
I mean, that was huge. I mean, I'd have to look exactly on the timesheet when that happened, but it was good. And right when he left his hand, I knew it was in. And you needed some of those. You need some of those, those haymakers, a few of them to get you back in the game and get you over the top. So that was great. I mean, it was great by Kylan. I thought Kylan settled in and just played, a little bit there. And maybe in the first half, I got to figure some of our rotation stuff out. We're trying some different things here and there, and that's what you do over the course of a season. But I thought he looked really good in control of that game in the second half.
The UCLA not shooting well coming in. Mac particularly, I think he was like 20%, 23% from three. Second half, you're on him more. Did you adjust on him at least?
So common sense would say if a guy's a driver and proficient at getting fouled, and then maybe you go underneath some of his ball screens, and he made it. So we had to make some adjustments, and we had to start playing, more, because it just felt like one of those days we're gonna make. So we started going over some. Well, then now he gets downhill towards the end of that game. So he's a really good basketball player, and he's unique. And I was really impressed playing against him today.
What do you think of KJ's? It seemed like defensively maybe helped you a